Good morning and welcome back to the live morning show sponsored by Don Bullock Chevrolet. I'm Kathy Akers with Fathom Realty, and normally we do a real estate segment on the second and fourth Mondays. But this Monday, being Memorial Day, wishing everybody a happy Memorial Day, we're going to do something a little different. One of the things that I do as part of real estate is to also help promote small businesses. And in that regard, I'm a member of the Chamber, but I'm also a member of the Small Business Committee. And June is Small Business Month in our area. Yeah. And I have the pleasure this morning with having Amanda Bell, who is the Customer Service and Marketing Director for Family Medical Center here in Rocky Mount. Amanda and I serve on the Small Business Committee together, but Amanda is also the incoming, she's the vice chair this year of the Chamber of Commerce. So we're going to talk about Small Business Month and some of the things that the Chamber helps to do to help small businesses in our area. Good morning, Amanda.
Good morning. I'm excited to be here.
Thank you for joining me. Family Medical has won Small Business of the Year before.
We did, yeah. Very exciting.
What do you think some of the best things that you get from being part of the Chamber?
Well, when I started at Family Medical Center, I told them, I asked them, I said, what are you doing with the Chamber? Because in marketing, I feel like that's one of the best assets you can have. And they said, well, we're members. And I said, no, what are you doing? They said, well, we're members, and that's what we're going to get actively involved, which we have.
Yes.
It is one of the best networking organizations you can be part of because it is there to promote your business. Everything the Chamber does is to promote your business, is to promote business in Rocky Mount. A lot of people have a misconception that that means they're going to walk somebody in your door, and that's not true. I mean, they may, but that's not the point. The point is to create a business environment, a work environment that is conducive to your business growing, which is what we have seen because, you know, as Rocky Mount grows, one of the things that the Chamber has been instrumental in recently is bringing the DMV to Rocky Mount.
That's right.
That's 1,000 jobs that's coming to Rocky Mount. I think that's right. Maybe it's 500.
800, somewhere in there, but yes.
But that's going to help our people have job availability, but it's also going to bring people to Rocky Mount that we might not see otherwise. And as a medical practice, a lot of people actually choose a family doctor based on where they work because of the convenience. So we feel like that's going to improve our business. So they're creating a work environment or a business environment where we can flourish as a business, and they're also creating opportunities for us to network with other businesses and actually increase our business that way. But they're just so supportive, and as a former Small Business of the Year, I can tell you it was great for us. There's so much free marketing that comes along with that. It's a great thing.
It is, and it's, you know, when you join the Chamber, the benefits that you get for that first year that they help you with, you know, between the marketing, the helping you to promote your business to other small businesses in the Chamber. There's a lot of asset to being a Chamber member. The networking to me is big, but it's also those relationships that you make. You know, that's how we met, was through the ambassador program. And so, you know, there's different ways to get involved with the Chamber, whether it's just paying your annual fee and coming to some of the events. But did you know that there's also those small business awards, which you've received? I'm a past winner as the Small Businesswoman of the month, of the year. So, you know, you get recognized for what you're doing.
You do.
It's not just your community involvement; it's your Chamber involvement, and it's those that are helping to promote other businesses, and that is a big thing, you know, to help each of us grow in Rocky Mount. And small business, like I said, is the backbone of our society. That is where you know, we have the big industries. Yes, they provide a lot of.
And they're important.
They're important. They provide a lot of jobs. but it's the small businesses that help keep our nation
Oh, they
moving
do.
and growing.
They make up the majority of businesses in America, and they make up the majority of the businesses that are contributing to the chamber. And the chamber provides you opportunities as a small business that you cannot afford. The relationships alone are important, because
Yes.
when you need something, when you need someone's expertise, or you need someone to help you support this this thing going on in your business, when you just need advice, there are things that you can get from your chamber relationships that you cannot afford to purchase as a small business.
That is correct. And, you know, it's that, it's not just only that one-on-one,
Right.
but it's that whole support system that you have. You know, if having the staff at the chamber, and we have some really great staff, and, you know, having them there, you know, they give you that support, but they can also point you in the right direction.
Yeah.
Having a directory of businesses, you know, is another big plus, is being able to pull from them to do, you know, for those things that come up.
Yeah.
So it's always nice to be able to have that interface with other businesses.
And chamber businesses tend to use other chamber businesses. I
They
mean,
do.
That's one of the things we're looking for whenever we're making decisions about, you know, what electrician we're going to hire, or what, you know, what plumbing company we're going to use, or even where we're going to dine out. We're looking for chamber members, because we know that we're all involved in growing Rocky Mount together. We're all involved in improving our community.
Well, let's talk about as members of the Small Business Committee.
Oh yeah, great committee.
It is. Talk about some of the things that we do on a month-to-month basis when we meet.
Well, I think one of the most exciting things is, and I encourage every chamber member to think about, if you're a small business, to think about coming out and joining the Small Business Committee. It's such a great committee because you learn about other businesses, and for me that's been one of the most important things.
Yes, it has.
Is I have learned about businesses I didn't even know what they did, and suddenly somebody proposes them to be Small Business of the Month. So each month we sit down and we literally look at businesses that have been proposed, and we look at what they've done community-wise, chamber-wise, growth-wise, what you're doing to promote Rocky Mount as a community, the Twin Counties. And you learn so much about these businesses. They're businesses that, in all honesty, I would have never known about, but now I use them because of finding out about them at the Small Business Committee meetings. And we share with each other our experiences.
And it's the other piece of that is we're also exploring different ways to help small business and how things that we do will affect them and their business growth.
Yeah.
So our committee's not just selecting Small Business of the Month. So we do look at all of that. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to bring in Desiree Dolberry, who is the marketing director with the Rocky Mount Chamber of Commerce.
Awesome.
And she's going to join us for the events part for the Small Business Month.
Very good.
Thank you for sticking around. We have Desiree Dolberry with the Rocky Mount Chamber of Commerce, and she is the marketing director. And she is with Amanda and I in talking about the Small Business of the Month for June, or Small Business Month. And Desiree, what are some of the things that you have planned for us for the month of June?
For the month of June, we're going to kick off on June 3rd. We'll be doing a coffee exchange. Amanda with Family Medical Center is our sponsor. We will be hosting this time, not at Krispy Kreme, but we do have a new member, Trax Coffee Bar. So we'll be at Station Square in their courtyard from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes, it will be, and it's a good day in the morning to get right out.
That's right.
It's great networking.
Yes, great networking, a good place to meet some new members. So we'll kick the month off with that.
Okay.
Following, yes, ma'am.
No, go ahead. You've got. I know you have a whole list of events for us.
She has it all right there.
Yes, she does.
Following that, we'll be doing a new member orientation. This one is a little different. You know, normally new member orientation, you get the new members. However, we invite all of our members to come out. It's kind of like a refresher, get some more stuff, and we'll have booths. So I'll have my own booth for marketing events. David will have one. Tina will have one on membership. And customer service, Linda and Olivia will have their own booth. So if you have specialized questions you want to ask us that, you know, you just don't have time during the day or just kind of forget, definitely come out to see us. We'll be like Station Square on June 18th. And we'll be there from about 5:30 to 7 o'clock. So definitely come and see us for the new member orientation.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I'll be there. Even after being part of the chamber for years, you know, when I changed companies, I had to join again.
Right.
So, you know, it's like
We're glad you did.
It's like being the new kid on the block again. So, I know we have other events that are going to be happening throughout the month, but the big piece to it is going to be the small business celebration.
Right.
And that's June 28th.
27th.
27th.
Yep.
And we're going to be at the Rocky Mountain Mills this year.
No,
Yeah.
it's going to be so great.
Yeah. So kind of walk us through some of the things that are going to help to what we're going to see that night, what awards we're going to be giving out.
Okay, do you want me to start?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to, of course, have registration. You know, we have that. And doing it at Rocky Mountain Mills, it gives us a larger space.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
They have, you know, so many different areas. So we'll go through registration, then we'll also go into the networking portion. Gives you a chance to network, do some networking with some of the people there. This year, for our committee, we decided that we will have food stations. And with the food stations, it's a little bit different. You know, it's actually highlighting several businesses in the area. So you can try something new. You know, maybe it's a business that you didn't know they cater. You know, that gives us that ROI on our membership so they can get out to their other members and the community. You know, we cater and see maybe that's something else for that new event that they're having maybe further down the line.
And we've got people like Wendy Jackson.
Yep.
Golden Corral, Bienvenue and Rose Hill will both be there. Tracks, Miranda's. Help me out. Who else is coming?
We have a couple more that'll come.
Yeah.
So we definitely will have that information listed
Yeah.
when we send out our information to start ticket sales.
So it's a great time to come out and enjoy some great food.
Yes.
And even among all that great networking and all that food, the big pieces of this is the actual year-end awards. So there's a couple of awards that are standard. We have the Legacy Award, and that's for businesses that are multi-generational.
Yes.
Do we have a time? I don't think there's a time frame on that.
It's 15 years or more.
More?
I don't know. I'll be honest with you.
But you know, we're talking about businesses that have been handed down 2 to 3 generations.
And that's why we've never had to look at the time frame because those are businesses that typically have been in business for years.
And so we do have that one. Then we have the
Small Business Advocate.
That's right, and that's a fairly new award.
Only about 3 years ago. Yeah.
And that is for somebody that is is a strong advocate for small business. It's not necessarily a company; it could be a person.
Yep.
So we do have that one. I know there's a third.
There's downtown.
Downtown, and then we have our People's Choice.
Yeah, that is one of my favorite awards.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, can we talk about who is in the running for the People's Choice, or do we have the names of those that are in that final?
It's about 12 people,
It's about
so it's
12
a long
people.
list. Yeah.
So we have a long list. They have been notified. We are going to announce it, so stay tuned.
Okay.
And those top 12, and just talking about that. So those top 12 nominees, of course, will be done a live voting that night. So they actually will not know, and we won't know until about maybe an hour before the event closes out, because we give everybody a chance to do voting of those, and it is Top Entrepreneur of the Year. And this is not a new, company. These are companies that might have been in business for years, but they're just doing a great job as being an entrepreneur. And to circle back with that, so in June, we would actually have a Top Entrepreneurs, Let's Talk Entrepreneur highlight. So you will actually get to meet these top nominees. So kind of giving them another highlight of their businesses, another ROI on their membership to show, these are companies that are doing well here. These are the small businesses that are prospering here. So tying that back all into the night of the event.
And please make sure you come out that night if you know one of these businesses or have had a great experience, and vote for them. You have to be at the event to vote, but this is truly the choice of the people.
And tickets are going to go on sale the
June
1st.
June 1st, yeah.
June 1st.
So, and it's even for, you know, members, but
or
non-members
non-members, yeah.
do
Yes.
have a chance to purchase tickets to this event. And then the highlight of the evening, and I think everybody's favorite, is the Small Business of the Year.
Absolutely.
For those that do not know, if you have been nominated and have received Small Business of the Month over the last 2 years, you're in the running for that Small Business of the Year. Now, if you won it last year, you're not going to be eligible this year. So we're sorry about that, guys. But this is one of those things that the Small Business Committee, we really talk long and hard about who that nomination is. And we go back through everybody over the last 2 years and talk about each one of them, how they have changed or what they've upped their game on, if anything, since they were nominated. And we really spend probably a couple of hours together getting those nominations down to our, and you're not going to find, I don't think they're going to find out until that night who the Small Business of the Year is.
Till that night.
So that's another great aspect of the evening, is the between the People's Choice and the Small Business of the Year.
That's how we finish out the night.
We'll finish out the night. One of the other things is that a lot of the small businesses that are chamber members may not know is that you can actually self-nominate yourself or your business for the Small Business of the Month. And there is an online form, or you can contact somebody at the chamber and we can help you along that way. But I understand we're going to have some focus groups this year for the Small Business Committee and that kind of thing. So just real quickly, what is that going to entail, Desiree?
The focus group is just so that our Small Business Committee is right there on the ground level with our small businesses, understanding what they need, understanding, you know, maybe there's stuff, thing, maybe not the chamber so much, maybe the community is not providing for them. And we're going to contact a couple of people to see, you know, do you want to be involved in that focus group? And that gives them open invitation and conversation to say, you know, maybe my business is not doing that well in marketing and it's not a space here. Can someone help me do that? Or, you know, maybe it is something, it's a space here for marketing classes and they're not aware. So it's one to connect, I think, the community, the chamber, our small business centers, all of the areas here, the center, you know, saying, you know, this is something that we have here. And then if it's not, you know, let's see if we can create something that makes sense.
And this was one of those things that we talked about earlier, Amanda and I, talking about things that we as the Small Business Committee look at to help develop different benefits for the small businesses in the area. So we're really looking forward to that.
So when someone asks you to please join the focus group, please come out and join it because your input's very important.
Okay. Well, ladies, thank you for joining me this morning.
Thank you.
It's been it's an exciting time, but it's very insightful as well. And we hope all of you will do something to help promote June as Small Business Month. And as always, if you need to talk to me about real estate, you can give me a call at 252-266-4038. Have a good day.